Here's a look at downtown Los Angeles. And before we...
Well, the ceremony...
Thank you, D.A. Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Cauley Stein is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Hardaway. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. And for Los Angeles, Kawhi Leonard is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Ibaka. Then it's Paul George. And it's Beverly in at the 1.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Now coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it, already an all-star. But you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
Now, here is George. Pass to Beverly. Back to George. He's looking for Cousins and finds him. There's the pass to Beverly. Down to 5 on the shot clock. George with the ball. Hardaway picks him up.
And this is one of George's main strengths, a phenomenal mid-range scorer.
Doncic feeling it out from the arc. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Out of bounds, it'll be Mavericks ball. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Pass to Porzingis. Back to Doncic. And the shot goes in.
Doncic showing you his smarts there because he really sized up the situation and took advantage of what the defense gave him.
Outside Leonard. Out to Ibaka. Pass to Beverly. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Shot clock at 6. Leonard inside.
Boy, that's a rebounding clinic right there. He boxed out and then went up aggressively and strong for it.
Down low, here's Finney-Smith. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist.
Well, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
And a deep 3 from George. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. George has got 5 points so far. Here's Doncic. Pass to Finney-Smith. Outside Hardaway. Over George. It's stolen by Ibaka. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Love the unselfishness of Beverly. I mean, when he sees his teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
Here's Doncic. Cauley Stein trying to free himself up. And that one's good. Doncic. You know, you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. You know, Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts that maybe going in that direction. Teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to affecting change. I absolutely see him trying to have an impact socially moving forward. There's several guys, again, who not only have the voice, but the courage to speak out about things that matter most to them.
Many sharp guys in the NBA.
And Beverly is a menace inside. I mean, incredibly crafty at finding ways to score down there.
And the pass to Porzingis. Back to Doncic. Fires the 3. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
How about he has yet to miss 4-4 to start?
Yeah, he's setting himself up to be their go-to guy today.
Now, here is George. 5 points in the game.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
From deep. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up to 3-pointers, but not much to show for it. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up.
The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
Passes it to Cousins. Dishes to George. Puts up a three. George missing again.
You know, he looks a little off-kilter to me this quarter, still trying to find his rhythm.
And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Kennard with the ball. Offensive rebound.
Yeah, you can't forget about the long arms of Batum. I mean, I want to see him be more active on the offensive glass because he's capable.
Redick for three, and no good on the last second attempt this time. It's been all about Luka Doncic for Dallas. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
They've got Kennard. Batum is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Jackson in at the point guard. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Here's Batum after J.J. Redick's bucket. Batum attacking, and the jam by Nicholas Batum.
The athleticism of Batum, so good at recognizing when he should drive it inside.
Richardson against Kennard. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Goes up on the block, drained for 2 points.
You know, you give Richardson enough time, this guy is going to find a shot. He's persistent, hunting his shots.
Jackson deciding where to go with it. The three. The shot that time, not on target. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Here's Richardson. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Richardson showing you the ability to manufacture a shot against good defense there. Well done.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Mavericks have their young star tandem in Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. KP said, we can be a pretty deadly duo. It's only going to be a matter of time. Once we get that two-man game going, it's going to be hard to stop. Guys, it's already hard to stop. Back to you.
A team on the rise, David. Thank you so much. Here's Redick following the score by Reggie Jackson. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That is his first foul of the game. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Jackson against Redick. Just 5 to shoot. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. If you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this era at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. That wouldn't. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
And Powell doing a nice job using his length on these hard shots. I mean, excellent at powering through the contact.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And Jackson certainly doesn't lack confidence. A speedy guard who can fill it up in no time.
Pass to Redick. Back to Richardson. Kleba with it. Dallas moving the ball around. Pass to Richardson. kicks it to Powell. Back to Richardson. He can't get that one. Good work defensively by Morris. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here.
Great reflexes to get a hand on that pass and go the other way with it.
That's tipped, and so here is Dallas, and the wide open shot from Redick. Oh, good on the triple.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Redick. There's the pass to Marjanovic. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite too, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
Kleba, the pass to Marjanovic. From downtown, Kleba with the bucket. Kleba's got the lead up to 8 now for Dallas.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
Kennard kicks to Batum. Back to Kennard. Shoots over Marjanovic. Mavericks with the rebound. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. It's good. And it's a 10-point Dallas lead.
How about that? Redick showing the same kind of accuracy on that pass as he has on his three-point shots, which is quite remarkable. That's how you drop a dime, though.
And Jackson throws it down hard.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could.
We've seen those kinds of plays get them going in the past.
Richardson dishes to Redick. And so it's Dallas holding up. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. Luka Doncic had a huge first quarter. He had 9 points and 1 rebound. Thanks for joining us.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. They've got Cauley Stein. Hardaway is out there with Doncic. And there's Porzingis. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Finney-Smith over Ibaka. No good from Finney-Smith. Cousins, the pass to George.
And when George has the ball in a comfortable spot, he's looking to draw the foul, feeling that there's nobody that can stay with him.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And 88 from the line a season ago. He was one of the best shooters in the league.
And guys, if a game was coming down to the wire and an opponent needed to foul, I mean, he was the guy they wanted with the ball in his hands. I mean, shooting the free throws because of his proficiency there.
It's stolen by Ibaka. Leonard, the pass to George. Now the Mavericks moving it up. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Boy, what a brilliant find by Doncic.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. The shot by George, no good. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Mavericks. Hardaway kicks to Porzingis. Doncic against Leonard. Cauley Stein's shot is good.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Up top, Leonard. He's got 5. Over in the corner, Beverly. No good with the triple. Mavericks leading by 10. Porzingis feeling it out a bit. Off target from three-point range.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And then Leonard enjoys jamming it home. Got to keep him as far away from the hoop as possible.
Doncic outside. Over Beverly. Off the left rim and out.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And that one's good, George.
And, you know, the long-range shooting of PG is admirable. I mean, he's a dead-eye launcher from deep. And he's developed that part of his game over the years.
Now, here's Doncic. He's got 9. And the dunk by Doncic.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it. You know, he's been off tonight, off his game. At this point, he might want to focus on creating for others.
No good off the back of the rim. Clippers trail by 7. Here's Beverly. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Cousins, no good. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Passes it to Hardaway. Wide open. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
Wide open, and still, surprisingly, he wasn't able to cash in.
What strength from Leonard there, not allowing the defense to get the best of it.
We've got 1:23 left in the third. Beverly against Doncic.
Well, that's a good player missing from point-blank range. That's one you got to convert.
The 3 from George. Nailed from three-point land. Now just a 2-point Maverick lead.
That gives him his second 3 of the half with 3 total for the game.
Doncic against Beverly. Doncic, no good.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Out of bounds, Dallas takes possession. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Dallas shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. Kleba against Morris. Redick with the 3. Dallas again missing.
Just enough coverage to bother that 3-point attempt.
Kennard's shot is off.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
How? Marjanovic finds Redick over Jackson. Here's Richardson, and foul on. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Jackson is out there with Luke Kennard. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Batum in at the power forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
Boy, Richardson has a sneaky mid-range game, folks. Keeps the defense off balance.
Clippers trail by 4. Jackson passes to Zubac. Now, here's Kennard. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Outside, Reddick. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Jackson passes to Kennard. Here's Zubac. Outside, Batum. Powell kicks to Marjanovic. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Richardson gets a wide open look. A three-pointer off the mark. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. It's a one-point game. That one goes in.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? The easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Reddick passes to Marjanovic. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Beverly, the pass to Leonard. Cousins trying to free himself up. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Leonard has really become so good at catching and firing. I mean, he doesn't allow the defense any time to alter his shot.
It's blocked. And now the fast break. George with the ball for three. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Mavericks trail by 6. Doncic outside. They need this. Serge Ibaka pulls it in. Ibaka's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Doncic with it. It's Ibaka picking him up. And Doncic gets it to go.
How impressive is Doncic? This guy is incredible at stepping up in big moments.
Beverly, the pass to Cousins. George against Hardaway. George dishes to Leonard. Right at the free throw line, and he overshot that one, missing. The Mavericks have gone just 33% from the field in the 4th quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Offensive rebound. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Great execution by Porzingis, showing you he can get it done in the clutch.
And the Clippers making a change here. Kennard's checked in.
He is absolutely the guy you want at the line in that situation. It just shows you how much he loves these moments.
Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. The three from George. Kept alive. Cousins on the follow.
DeMarcus Cousins knew his team needed it. They had to have it on that possession, and he calmly knocked it down.
1:22 left to play here in the 4th. And it's Doncic missing. Clippers leading by 3. Leonard on the wing. Back to George. Inside. Six to shoot. Back to Kennard. Beyond the arc. That ball's nice speed that time from George. Kennard's got the lead up to 6 now for Los Angeles.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
It really does come down to this. I mean, come up empty, and it's over. No fear or hesitation in the eyes of Doncic. He loves the chance to take and make these big ones.
George double-teamed. Porzingis with the steal. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Marjanovic checked in for Dallas. Richardson comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. George passes to Ibaka. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Zubac. Leonard on the wing. Zubac trying to break loose. It's good.
Boy, it's a scary sight when Kawhi Leonard starts lighting it up like this.
Doncic passes to Richardson. Back to Doncic. This would tie it. Good from beyond the arc. What a shot. But they may take a second to look at it. That was close. And the last shot is going to be reviewed. Ruled originally a basket. We'll see if it gets overturned, which would end the game. However, if it is ruled good, we'll be heading to overtime.
Here we go. And the footage relayed to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus, I think he got it off in time. The replay leaving little doubt.
But to me, it's worth being certain. And that's why we have replay, to get these big calls right.
These teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters, and now we head to overtime. Should be a blast. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup, of course, now in overtime. On the floor for Dallas, they've got Porzingis. Doncic out there with Richardson. Then there's J.J. Redick, and it's Marjanovic in at the center position. To the inside, Marjanovic. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Serge Ibaka picks one up there. Free throw drops from Marjanovic. And so he makes both from the line. And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles. He dishes it to Leonard. Back to George. Feeds it to Ibaka. Outside for George. Shot clock at 5. Another one falls for the Clippers.
He's so clutch. When the pressure is at its highest, that's when he's at his very best.
George against Doncic. Kicks it out to Richardson. Pass to Marjanovic. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. So the first one drops, and that narrows the gap to 1. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for the Mavericks. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Josh Richardson.
And that's how you do it. Free throws can make a huge difference in a tight game.
But 90 seconds off the clock here in the extra period. Leonard the pass to George. Leonard dishes to Ibaka. And he makes good on the layup. And the Clippers lead by 2.
Big stakes, big bucket. Ibaka showing he has the mettle to rise to the challenge.
Doncic against George. And Doncic gets it to go. Doncic has got the game tied up here for the Mavs.
Guys, he's one of the main reasons this game is tied up. I mean, he's done his part to keep them in it.
Just about 2 minutes in now to this overtime period. What a game. Here's George. Count it!
Well, Paul George has been sensational.
Now, here's Doncic. The pass to Finney-Smith. To the paint. Leonard with the steal. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. Off target with his 3. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Marjanovic kicks to Doncic. It's hauled in by Zubac. George against Doncic. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
You two.
Tip-off goes to the Clippers. And always a good ride in these post-regulation battles. This overtime now looking to be an exciting one. Leonard fires away from outside. No good.
Boy, Doncic showing some nice...
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it. And the starting lineups have concluded. So just welcome, everyone. Thanks for D8.
Kevin, thanks.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Norman Powell, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 down low. And for the Clippers, Ibaka is out there with Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's George in at the 2. Good on the three-point shot. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
Lillard misses. LA's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Leonard the pass to George. Shoots the three. Tips it up, and Leonard stays with it.
And that's the activity on the offensive glass they like to see out of Kawhi. When he's in full hustle mode, they're a much stronger team.
And Lillard gets it to go.
And how about the confidence to pull up from out there, and what skill to knock it down?
And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years, a career high in assists from him.
Well, we all know that Dame can score whenever he wants to. This team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around.
That's another miss. Already they've missed 3 out of 4 to start.
From deep, George. Rebounded by Covington. Portland's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. And it's Lillard missing.
They're struggling here early. 1 for 5 now. The D has them bottled up so far.
From deep, George drains it from beyond the arc. George has got 9.
And there's never been any question about George's three-point range. He just goes through stretches where he knocks down the three at a ridiculous rate.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Passes it to Beverly. A 3 ball. And it's Portland with the rebound. Stolen by Beverly. George looking around. Fires the 3. No good. That miss takes him to 3 for 7. Three-pointer, Lillard, and another 3 for Portland.
The star just keeps rising for Damian Lillard. Heck of a talent with tremendous range.
Outside, George. They grab their own miss, and Ibaka is right there.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Lillard way outside. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Well, when he's hitting from range on a consistent basis, it makes everything easier offensively.
And here's George for 3. That doesn't go either for George. Portland's gone 4 of 8 on their three-point attempts, doing a lot of work from way outside here in the first quarter.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
He'll breathe a big sigh of relief if they hang on to win this game. He's not done much to contribute tonight.
Lillard way outside. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. The Clippers in the lead. Pass to Ibaka. George with no one around. Sinks the triple. George has got 12.
This quarter expending tremendous energy at the offensive end, and he's not slowing down. He's still calling for it.
Back to Lillard. From deep three-point range, the rebound by Ibaka. Ibaka's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And here's George for 3. Rebounded by McCollum.
He's forcing things a little bit in this quarter, settling for shots that he'd be better off passing up.
Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. George has got the ball, sinks the three-pointer. 15 points in the game.
And hustle paying off there for George in the open court. Gets up court in a flash and finishes before the D can even react.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Hey, man, let's talk about it. The great competition going on. That's what makes a matchup like this so much fun to watch.
Paul George. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated all of the talent on this team.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well-balanced. This team lives it.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
They've been quicker to the ball, showing great anticipation and terrific hustle.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in its small forward. And Lillard gets it to go.
Lillard's not going to let you get away with that. He wants those 3 points back, and he gets them quick.
And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Pass to Kennard. From past the arc. Good on the triple. Kennard's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
We see this all too often. You have to be willing to put in the work.
Now here's Jackson. No points in the game yet for him. The pass to Kennard. This one for 3, and another 3 for the Clippers.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Back to Lillard. From deep. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
And once again, the defense allowing him to get a clean look at that triple. He continues to do some big-time damage from downtown.
Lillard against Jackson. Passes to Kennard. Fires from deep. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. And a deep 3 from Lillard. Trailblazers keep it alive. Covington finds Powell. Lillard way outside. The shot, no good. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. They've led by as much as 10. Kennard for 3. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. And the Clippers lead by 9.
I love his work ethic, not to mention his hands. You need both to convert those tidbits.
The shot by Lillard wide open. No good from outside. LA's gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Now, we have seen continued growth with the NBA's affiliated leagues the last few years. Think about the explosion in popularity of the WNBA, the Basketball Africa League, expansion of the 2K League, greater pay in the WNBA and the G League pathway, along with the unionization of G League players. The league continues to show its commitment to expanding opportunities on multiple levels. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Out of bounds, Portland takes possession. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning. And your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
Outside, George from beyond the arc and then some. George has got 18 points in the game.
And even after all those three-pointers he hit in that first quarter, it looks like the D still didn't learn its lesson as they've left him open for another one.
Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. Here's Beverly. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. 51 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. And it's George missing.
Yeah, but the defenders draped all over him. He just could not shake loose.
Over to the left wing. There's Hollis Jefferson. That 3 off the mark.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
From deep, George. And it's George again missing. Trailblazers trail by 4. Outside, Jones. Wide open look, and he drops that one in. Jones has got his first points in this one. Everly with the ball. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Clippers lead by 2. And a chance now to send it over to David. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They had a 4-point advantage at the end. Thanks for joining.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
This game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
We've got Kawhi Leonard. Ibaka is out there with Marcus Morris. And there's Jackson, and it's Kennard in at the shooting guard position. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. And here's Jackson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Leonard, no luck.
Defensive breakdown, and they can't capitalize. He'll hit that shot almost every time.
Now Cantor. Shot clock at 6. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Anthony can't hit.
Golden opportunity that he can't make good on. Maybe a wake-up call to the D, though. They can't leave him alone like that.
The putback, it's good on the putback. And the Clippers lead by 1.
Yeah, and the ability to generate points off offensive rebounds, something Ibaka did a lot earlier in his career before he started spending so much time on the perimeter.
He doesn't play around. If the buck is there for him, he's going to get it.
Outside Jackson. Kennard for 3. The shot will not fall. And the Trailblazers going the other way. Lillard against Kennard. Portland with a new 14. Jones finds Anthony, and the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
That's an unforced error that will drive a coach crazy. Got to play heads up out there.
George is checked in for Leonard. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Kennard the pass to George. From deep three-point range. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Portland leading. Anthony drives in. The 3 from McCollum. Kicks it out to Lillard. From deep. Serge Ibaka with the rebound. Ibaka's got 8 rebounds in this game. Jackson passes to Ibaka. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Portland's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. McCollum, no good. Clippers have gone only 1 of 6 from the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half started. The shot by George, no good.
His effort level is there. You can't blame him on that. He's working to get good shots. It's just not connected.
From deep three-point range, the long-distance 3 is buried. George has got 21.
But he doesn't have a clear path to the hoop, so why not? I mean, pull up and bury the 3 in transition.
Takes a 3. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
In the corner, Kennard with it. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there.
Lillard outside. Rocket 6. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
The three-pointer is right on target. This game has a lot of character here in the third period. 6 changes of the lead here.
Intensity is the theme for this one.
Good, another from 3. He's really sniping them from outside.
Locked in, feeling confident in that three-point shot.
Jackson passes to George. Lets the 3 fly. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists in the game. Jackson against Lillard. From deep. And another 3 for Portland.
The remarkable range of Lillard. I mean, you see these shots he makes from distance with ease, effortless release.
Jackson looking it over. Kennard for 3. And it's Portland with the rebound.
If his performance this quarter is any indication, I don't think he's the one who's going to let them out of the hole.
The Clippers trail. For the 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Cantor's got 11 rebounds in the game. Got it off in time, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
This is where the NBA's headed. I mean, multi-dimensional big men. That was just a beautiful pass.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth. At the 2 and the 3, McCollum and Little. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Lillard in at the point guard position. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Launches a 3. Buries it from three-point range. Lillard's got the lead. Back up to 2 now for Portland.
And with the game he's having, there's no doubt he'll be the guy they lean on to protect the lead.
And it's George missing.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
From deep three-point range, Lillard misses. And so George will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Takes the 3, and the 3 ball is good. George has got 15 points in just the second half.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
It's a seesaw battle. Both teams are pretty evenly matched, and the score reflects that.
Buries the long-range jumper.
If they close this win out, I know who my MVP is. His offensive performance tonight has been unreal.
George way outside. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. And here's McCollum for 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. McCollum's got the lead up to 5 now for the Trailblazers. George against McCollum. Launches it. And George is good for 3. George has got 36.
Whoa, he really got his defender on his heels on that one. What a fantastic play, guys.
Lillard outside. From deep. And the Trailblazers, another 3.
Oh, my word. This is a shooting exhibition. A 3-point barrage for him.
From deep, George. No good that time. Trailblazers leading by 5. McCollum kicks to Nurkic. George against Lillard. 3-pointer. And he's good on the 3 ball. Lillard's got 48.
All night long, Lillard has been taking over on the offensive end. I mean, adjusting to every defense they've thrown at him.
The 3 from George. Drills the 3-pointer.
And guys, George takes pride in hitting big shots. Just get him the ball and let him do his thing.
And so they foul intentionally.
really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Morris is checked in for Patterson. Leonard comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Luke Kennard in for Patrick Beverly. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Norman Powell comes in for C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Lillard's checked in for the Trailblazers. There's a minute 47 left in the fourth. Outside, George. The tray. Good on that shot, and with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Kennard.
Not shying away from the spotlight. Kennard embraces any opportunity he gets to nail important shots.
Now here's Lillard. Lets it go with a 3. Nurkic, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Trailblazers lead by 7.
And good luck trying to keep Nurkic off the glass. I mean, using his brute strength well on the offensive board.
And again for 3. You can tell he is feeling it.
Kevin, he's on fire.
Here's Lillard. 58 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It's the three-point bomb.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, these days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game. But you can see why after that sequence.
George way outside. From outside off the mark. Little with the ball. Lets it go from deep. The shot missing. Nurkic with the steal. Foul for 3. It's good from long range. And now it's a 10-point Trailblazer lead.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, there's no doubt as to who was the better team. I mean, they proved it with this one.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Well, it's a matter of pride and a matter of each side trying to seize control of this game right now.
And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And here's George. From deep three-point range. Doesn't go for him.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Oh, trying to take advantage of that extra space on the perimeter.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks. Club. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. They've got Porter, Aaron Gordon out there with Jokic. And there's JaVale McGee. And it's Murray in at the point. And for Los Angeles, we've got Kawhi Leonard. Baca is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Paul George. And it's Beverly in at point guard. Murray, no good.
Well, that's the only way to take him out of his comfort zone from that range. Get right up in the jersey, force him off the spot.
From deep, George nailed from three-point land.
And right now, the torture chamber that Paul George has put the defense in is paying off for his team.
Murray right side. Jokic trying to free himself up. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession. And you know, it took them a while to get going, but they finally connected now on their fourth shot of the game. The playmaking of Jokic, so incredible. Creating this inverted offense. Bones, for your money, does it matter what position your best playmaker occupies?
I don't think so. And Jokic might be the secret sauce to that, and proving that from the center position, much like Arvydas Sabonis and Vlade Divac before him, can impact and also frustrate opposing defenses because you can't stop the center from making these kind of plays.
Here's Murray. And Jokic gets it to go. The assist by Murray.
Such an outstanding effort there for the big man to stay focused with his shot. Jokic, tremendous concentration.
Beverly, the pass to Ibaka. Back to Beverly. George against Porter. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. And Denver has possession. They trail by 3. And here is Murray for 3. Jokic passes to McGee. He can't hit that time. Nice D from Cousins. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. Pass to Jokic. Shoots over Cousins. Jokic with the bucket. Jokic has got his second bucket.
Oh, Jokic being assertive now in the mid-range and has the touch to bury that kind of shot.
And Beverly kicks to George. Inside. And that one goes out of bounds. That's touched by Porter.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
George finds Beverly. And there's the pass to Leonard. 5 on the clock. And a miss there on the triple. The Nuggets trail. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And the foul on Jamal Murray. That's foul number 2 for him. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. George looking over the floor. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. George has got 8 points.
Nothing better than a hustle play like that. It gets the whole team amped up. Sets the example for everyone.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That is his first foul of the game. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. We've got 1:28 left to play in the first. Martin passes to Bull. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
Yeah, inside, Bull does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
Jackson down low. He's against Morris. Now, here's Kennard. Zubac out to Morris. 4 on the shot clock. The shot by Batum, no good. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Stolen by Jackson. Kennard for 3. It's Jackson with the drive, and it's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. There's 31 seconds left in the first quarter. Unable to get that one. And Denver the other way now. Here's Dozier. And he gets the width. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And that one is off. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for Los Angeles. He notched 8 points. We recently checked in with Jamal Murray, who discussed the team's
mentality of how we play, how we move.
Greg, sounds like something a coach would say.
It's probably something his coach has said time and time again, but Murray's really matured into a reliable, sometimes spectacular performer for this team.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
They just couldn't seem to know what it was that they needed to do and how to stick them from outside. The defense pretty lost.
On the floor for Denver as we get going here in the second quarter. They've got Bowles. Will Barton is out there with Monte Morris. Then there's Paul Millsap. And it's Dozier in at the small forward.
And coaches and opposition knows that Barton loves to run in the open court. You can see why with the basket on the other end there.
Kennard against Barton. Kennard kicks to Zubats. Pass to Batum. 5 to shoot. There's the triple. And again, no good by the Clippers. And so it's Barton bringing it up for the Denver Nuggets. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. One-on-one here. And the wide open shot from Morris. That 3 off the mark. The Nuggets shooting at 50% in a decent groove.
And Marcus Morris has raised some eyebrows in the last couple of years, just being a much more efficient scorer.
It's good on the putback. Bulls got the lead up to 1 now for the Nuggets.
The towering presence that is Bull. Good at staying active and going after those offensive rebounds.
Here's Jackson. Batum against Morris. Here's Jackson. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4. And last season, Marcus Morris is named one of the hottest on the trade market.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in Marcus Morris's offseason a year ago. A lot of contenders looking to add him to the roster. Handshake deal with the Spurs, switch to the Knicks, and then eventually traded to the Clippers. So grab your musical chair and try to find a seat.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets.
Start.
The Nuggets have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Murray, the pass to Gordon. Jackson against Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
Well, if Murray gets his slashing game together like that, that's a good sign for his offense. Love how confident he is.
And Michael Porter is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Greg is a broadcaster. Who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul is another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who is my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
Outside, George. And Beverly kicks to Cousins. Back to Beverly. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. From deep, George. And it's George finishing it off.
Just tough shots just don't bother Paul George. So smooth with it when he gets into his motion.
Nuggets have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Outside, Porter. And finished off by Porter.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Pass to Beverly. And with that, the Denver lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Cousins.
Yeah, we love when great offensive players get in a scoring rhythm, but Paul George right now in a great passing rhythm tonight.
Murray surveying the D. Outside Gordon. 6 to shoot. The kick out to Porter. Launches a 3. But they'll get another chance. Passes it to McGee. Outside Porter. Just 5 on the clock. Murray, no good.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
And Jokic slams it in.
Porter Jr. moving the ball well. Nice to have a wing player help to be a facilitator.
George finds Beverly. And Michael Porter is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
This is one where the second foul is probably going to cost you some minutes in this game.
There's 18 seconds left to play in the first half. And Ibaka slams it in.
And not the most flamboyant dunker, but Ibaka goes to the rack with rude intentions nonetheless.
Murray outside. Over Beverly. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed a pretty close game from the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. Their field goal percentage was and that'll...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been one outstanding game from George.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Pocket is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Patrick Beverly. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the 2-guard spot. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
Well, he's made himself into such a reliable scorer, hard not to call Leonard's number as often as possible.
Murray for 3. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound. Here's Beverly, and he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
And sometimes as a point guard, you got to take things into your own hands.
Yeah, right. It's okay to be selfish when you have a chance like that.
Well, if he's calling his own number, there's a reason for it. They respect the decision-making from him out there.
Los Angeles leading by 3.
And a story about Jamal Murray. He was doing 2-a-days for Team Canada, and the coach wanted him to rest, so he confiscates his sneakers, came back and found him working out barefoot.
Well, they might want to check his web browser because I believe he did a search for lock picks because they put bars on the door to keep him out of the gym, and he still might try to find a way in. And Jokic is not the quickest guy off the floor, but he uses his body well and great timing to get the offensive rebound.
And Beverly kicks to Ibaka. Outside, George puts up a 3. And it's Denver with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
The drive by Jokic. The putback, and Porter putting it right back in. And the Nuggets lead by 1.
Yeah, Porter working very hard to keep the play alive and come up with some point production.
Beverly, the pass to Cousins. He dishes it to George. Now the pass to Leonard. 4 on the clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Cousins, no good.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Jokic kicks to Gordon. The feed to McGee. Pass to Jokic. Goes back up. Murray outside. Denver passing it around. Jokic trying to free himself up, and it's Murray, that time on the assist by Gordon. Murray's got the lead up to 4 now for the Nuggets. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
The shot by George, no good.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And the second chance effort by Gordon.
Well, this run largely the result of offensive rebounding.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. George finds Beverly. George against Porter. Will it go? George, no good.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him. You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Murray outside. 1:36 left in the third quarter. Pass to Jokic. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Got to hold firm or you're going to get a call.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Denver calls timeout. Clippers trail by 6. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Passes it to Kennard. Fires from deep. That one misses. Now Denver takes it the other way. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. That one drops for him. Morris has got his second basket.
And guys, you'd have to say this run really triggered by their transition offense.
Jackson drives in.
And really credit their advantage on the backcourt. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control.
Denver shooting their first free throws of this. First free throw is good. And he makes both free throws. Los Angeles has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Here's Jackson. And that'll be 2 for. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Denver leading by 8. Now Morris. From outside the arc, Kennard with the rebound. 24 seconds left to play here in the third. Jackson has the open look. Offline with his 3.
And another miss. Whew, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right.
Well, Barton had a good feel about what was happening defensively, and his teammate was wide open.
Outside Jackson. Kennard for 3. No good that time. And so it's Denver going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. And Denver will start the fourth quarter with. They've got Morris, Paul Millsap out there at Bowl. Then it's Will Barton, and it's Dozier in at the 3 slot. Bowl, the pass to Barton. Oh, Morris in position. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And it's Monte Morris with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Jackson. The pass to Kennard. Beyond the arc. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Kennard's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Clippers. Morris with the ball. Here's Dozier for 3. Millsap. Kennard with the rebound.
Not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Batum finds Morris. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy. Morris has got his first basket.
And this is in Morris's wheelhouse right here. Extremely fluid with the catch and release.
Morris passes to Dozier. Back to Morris. Barton outside. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Millsap. Corner shot. And that one goes long.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Kennard against Morris. Jackson passes to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
And that's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson. Using his poise and vision to make a play.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
Giving up a run here. Can they turn it around?
Hard to say right now. At this point, I've seen the coaches run through 2 or 3 iterations of defense. Is there a fourth? I'm not sure.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I was able to catch what Mike Malone said to his team. He said, guys, we don't want to play hero ball. We don't want to take threes that aren't there. There are better options when you run the offense all the way through. Kevin, we'll see if they can make that adjustment.
Thanks, David.
Jokic, is he? I think he's showing some emotion, Kevin.
Back to George from deep. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Wide open look here for Murray. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. To tie it up. And the layup good by Leonard. Leonard's got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
And who do you call when you need a big bucket for this team more and more? It's Kawhi.
Murray outside. To the inside. Porter makes it off the glass. 6 points for Michael Porter.
And it's clear Porter is a gutsy guy. Someone who enjoys taking and making huge shots for his team.
Leonard attacking, trying to get open as Ibaka. And that one's good. Leonard.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both, but gets close, he's getting the ball.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That'll be his second foul of the game. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Count it.
Man, I'll tell you what, the pressure is cranked up. Who better to call than this guy?
Beverley finds Leonard. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5-for-8 clip.
And as a defender, you are left somewhat helpless to stop that. Leonard with too many moves in his arsenal and a flood of ice water in his veins.
Murray outside. Just 5 to shoot. Jokic. The rebound by Ibaka. Lot is on the line here.
Crowd is so focused.
Yes!
Yeah, you don't see many of these opportunities for this team, but Kawhi, one guy who can get up there and get it done.
34 seconds left in the game. And it's Murray penetrating.
Whoa, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Beverly feeling it out a bit. Leonard the pass to George. The three. The three won't fall. Cousins on the follow. And the Clippers lead by 2.
Wow, Cousins brings his A game here late.
Murray outside. Oh, he had a chance there to send it to overtime, but they... All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's good. And
Hey, Kevin.
it might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Ibaka. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward. And for Dallas, inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Hardaway is out there with Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward position. Now, here is George. From deep. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Drills it from outside. And the teams we're seeing tonight, Steve, they have very deep rotations.
And Kevin, when you can go maybe 10 deep, it keeps your locker room happy. It also protects your team against injuries sinking a season.
Now, Doncic, after the missed 3 from Serge Ibaka. Powell finds Hardaway. And here's Doncic from the arc. The Clippers grab the miss. Nobody near George. Off target with his 3. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. On the wing, Hardaway. Back to Porzingis. The 3 for Doncic. That shot off, so Los Angeles will take it the other way. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
They get the rebound. Porzingis, Hardaway with the bounce pass. Pass to Doncic. Fires for 3. Rebounded by Serge Ibaka.
You know what, though? They keep calling his number despite the difficult quarter he's had.
And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it. And it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Seems like everyone's taking long threes these days, but Doncic has natural power in those legs, generates range with ease.
The shot by George, no good. And even Nash himself called Doncic a dream prospect.
Yeah, he said Luka was big and mobile enough in the modern game, can guard multiple positions, has a skill set, a winning mentality, and those leadership qualities. Steve Nash sounding like a future GM. And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
It makes sense, right? You're trying to get off to a fast start, and he can help with that.
And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Cousins. Batum comes in for Serge Ibaka. Morris is checked in for Leonard. And it's Luke Kennard in for George. Kennard, the pass to Jackson. Back to Kennard. There's the three. The Clippers rebound. Outside for Batum. Jacks up a three. Morris, no good.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
The wide open look here for Porzingis. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
And just wanting it more there. You got to like seeing Porzingis beat everyone to the spot in the open floor.
Powell with the steal. And it's the Mavericks on the break. That one falls.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick two at the other end.
Now here's Jackson. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And he banks in the layup.
The way he glides around the court doesn't look like Jackson is moving as fast as he really is.
Outside Hardaway. He kicks to Doncic. And here is Powell. It's hauled in by Zubac. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Count that one.
Nice find by Luke. Shows good vision in both half court and in transition.
There's the pass to Hardaway. Passes it to Finney-Smith. Clock at 6. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
So difficult to stay planted, especially with all the motion around you. Annoying turnover.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Mavericks lead by... And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Ivica Zubac. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Beverly in at the point guard. They get it back. And the dunk by Zubac.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Redick for three. And stolen by Cousins. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Feeds it to Morris. Good work defensively by Richardson.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
And it's J.J. Redick with the three. Redick's got the lead up to 6 now for the Mavs. And so Beverly will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Pass to Kennard. Launches it. They get it back.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Outside, Redick. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay. And sort of a hired gun, Redick's been a premier floor spacer in this league for a long time.
Listen to these numbers, GA, for his career. He has shot over 40% from three. One season, he hit 47% from beyond the arc. And I can tell you, that is a tough mark to hit. And over the years, his incredible range has just become more and more valuable.
And Cauley-Stein has drawn comparisons to Tyson Chandler due to his length and athleticism. It's important he continues to get better.
Kennard for three. It's rebounded by Dallas.
I'm not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
And the rejection by Zubac. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cousins.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
Marjanovic against Cousins. Shot clock at 5. Marjanovic kicks to Redick. Fires the 3.
Beautiful contest there by one of the most tenacious defenders in the game, Patrick Beverley.
And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
The Clippers shooting their first free throw of the game. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
I can't believe he hasn't hit a shot all period. Someone else needs to step up and help close the gap.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Redick for 3. That shot no good. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Kennard, the pass to Morris. Kennard kicks to Morris. Now here's Beverley. No points in the game yet for him. Takes a 3. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Beverley. And the Clippers lead by 2.
I love the patience Beverley has developed with the ball in his hands. Terrific find.
Richardson the pass to Marjanovic. Over Beverley. It's deflected, and that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession, and it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Shot clock at 6. And here's Doncic from the arc, from beyond the arc, and then some. Doncic has got 9.
It's clear that Doncic has the touch from three-point land. Now he just needs the consistency.
Pass to George. Lets the 3 fly, and another 3 for the Clippers.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Doncic looking it over. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Doncic has got the game tied up here for the Mavs. George finds Leonard. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It's often a tough call that can go either way, but I agree with you on that one.
Here's Doncic. Banked in off the glass. 13 points in the game.
Guys, you never know what you'll see when you're watching Luka Doncic. His offensive creativity is through the roof.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2. Luka Doncic has been the story in this one. He had 13 points and 1 rebound. And that should...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Doncic out there with Hardaway. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half with. Out to Ibaka. No one near him. Misses off the right iron.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Out to Hardaway. The 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
Putting consistent pressure on this defense. Just the threat of him out there makes this offense work.
George passes to Ibaka. Here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
The flat-out speed of Reggie Jackson. No struggles getting to the rim and then doing something about it when he gets there.
And as he gets deeper into his career, Serge Ibaka's shooting continues to improve. What a great job he's done of changing how he scores.
It's very impressive because a late bloomer Serge Ibaka has been on the offensive end. Let's look at last season, his highest point per game average. And he's in his 11th NBA season. That still has great efficiency on the offensive end, but sometimes he's overlooked as a scorer on this team.
Jackson against Doncic. For the 3. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Paul George.
Though he doesn't show a lot of expression, PG-13 is ultra competitive. Claps back from distance.
Doncic against Jackson. Ball's knocked loose. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. And it's George finishing it off.
He's a high-energy forward with great length. Serge forcing the turnover and making it happen.
Mavericks leading by 3. Hardaway passes to Doncic. Hardaway dishes to Doncic. Outside, Porzingis over George. It's rebounded by Leonard.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
And it's Leonard with the jam.
Good vision, good decision by Reggie. Pushing for a better shot, finds an open man.
Jackson against Doncic. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Porzingis inside, defended by Batum. Powell, that's good.
Whatever they did right in the first half defensively, we're not seeing it now.
Now the pass to Batum. High post to Ibaka. Kicks it to Leonard. Back to Ibaka. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
And Doncic, here we go. Six for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
And guys, the intelligence is evident. When the pick comes, Doncic often makes the right read.
And here's George for 3. 56 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Ibaka. Shoots over Powell. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
I love how Ibaka's developed this little pump fake. If you're the defense, you can't overreact against him.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. DeMarcus Cousins. He's checked in for Batum. Marcus Morris comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for George. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Reggie Jackson. Back to Redick. Dallas moving it around. Passes it to Marjanovic. Over Cousins. Marjanovic, no good. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. And the wide open shot from Morris. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
Marjanovic passes to Richardson. He dishes it to CLA Stein. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
And CLA Stein, so explosive around the rim. Hard to defend without fouling.
And stolen by Redick. Good if it goes. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, they've got Morris. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Patrick Beverly, and it's Kennard in at the 2 spot. Redick from deep three-point land. The three-pointer no good.
So frustrating when you can't get anything to go down as you're trying to help your team finish the job.
Kennard for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Kennard's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Clippers. Redick surveying the D. Pass to Richardson. Back to Redick. Takes the 3. Trains the three-pointer. And the Mavericks lead by 2.
This is the kind of showdown Redick favors. Dueling from distance.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Back to Morris. Pass to Kennard. A 3-ball. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
A fierce competitor. Kennard fires back with a 3 of his own.
Redick against Beverly. And Redick kicks to Richardson. And it's Cousins with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. So both teams making some changes here. Doncic outside. Clock at 6. Here's Finney-Smith. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult one.
George against Doncic. Powell with the steal. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. And Doncic throws it down.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
We talk about it time and time again. Turnovers are costly, especially when the game is close.
And the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut to just 1 point on the basket from George.
Proving how dangerous he is. Give George these looks, and he'll knock him down.
And Doncic, here we go. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That'll be his second foul of the game. Los Angeles making a switch here. Beverly's checked in. Here's Doncic. Down low. Powell kicks to Porzingis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Three-pointer. Another 3 for Dallas.
I don't think we'll ever see another 7'3" player who can drain the 3 like Porzingis. He takes the idea of that inside-outside threat to a whole nother level.
Left side, Leonard. The pass to Zubac. Outside, George. The Clippers need to get off a shot. From downtown, Powell pulls it in. Powell's got his 5th rebound in this one. And the shot goes down.
Such assertiveness. This is why Porzingis is a go-to option on offense. Never afraid to take a big shot.
Passes to Leonard. Here's the three. Hits it from three-point range.
Crucial points. Kawhi stepping up to the plate when his team needs him the most.
We've got 1:08 left here in the fourth quarter. Doncic against Beverly. Steps back and fires. And it comes off the front of the rim. LA's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
Beverly against Doncic. To the middle. Powell the pass to Doncic. Over Beverly. Doncic no good. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Leonard.
I mean, unbelievable. It's one thing to be talented, but Kawhi is clutch as well.
Doncic outside. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Hate to see that. I know everyone's mind is on the play, but you got to protect the ball.
There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. It's the first, and that will put them up by 2.
You know, no one produces like Paul George does. He elevates your team's abilities in any situation. You have to admire how calm he is under pressure at the free throw line in a key situation.
Here's Finney Smith. Oh, he couldn't make that shot go to force overtime. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it.
Hey, Kevin.
Great stuff as always, DA. Thanks. And the Clippers starting five. Baca is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Leonard in at the small forward. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Powell. And it's Nurkic in at the five. Rome in the paint. Ibaka finds Leonard. And here's Beverley. 6 to shoot. Lets it go from the wing. Here's Leonard. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
And that's the activity on the offensive glass they like to see out of Kawhi. When he's in full hustle mode, they're a much stronger team.
Now, here's Lillard. Some of the best in the game go at it here tonight, Chris. What an incredible guard matchup we have here in this one.
Oh, Kevin, there are some all-time greats playing at the guard spots these days. It will be a fun matchup to watch.
Now here's Leonard. After the miss from Damian Lillard. And it's Beverley missing. Three-pointer, Lillard connects from three-point range.
With his ability to accelerate, defenders have to be careful against Lillard. It's either give him the three or risk the blow-by.
Beverley feeling it out a bit. From deep, George. Damian Lillard pulls it in. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. Cullen passes to Lillard. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. The 17-footer goes down.
And whether he's creating for himself or spotting up, Lillard's jumper is whizzing.
Pass to Ibaka. And again, no good by the Clippers.
They're struggling here early. 1 for 5 now. The D has them bottled up so far.
Nurkic dishes to Lillard. From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by George. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. McCollum with the ball. Inside, puts it up from 12. He can't get it to go. The Clippers have gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game. And it's George missing. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. McCollum, no good.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
I mean, I don't always like the 3 on the fast break, but the D was set up well inside.
Now here's Lillard. He's got 5. McCollum outside, fires the 3. Doesn't go that time. And the Clippers will come the other way. Beverley with the ball. Lillard picks him up. Here's Leonard. Shoots over Covington. Back to Leonard. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
Now here's Lillard. Nurkic trying to get open, and it's Lillard missing. Outside, George shoots the 3, and the rebound by Nurkic.
Still plenty of time for him to contribute in this game, but it's just a tough stretch he's going through.
And here's McCollum for 3. Portland no good that time either.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
George against Powell. From the arc. C.J. McCollum with the rebound.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up to 3-pointers, but not much to show for it. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up.
Now here's Beverly. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Hands it from downtown.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, these days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game, but you can see why after that sequence.
Now here's Powell. And a wide open look for McCollum, and the Trailblazers another 3.
You got to be aware of McCollum. I mean, he's a competitor, and look, he looks for revenge in these situations.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Outside for George. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Lillard looking around to the inside. It's stolen by Ibaka. Outside, George. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close a quarter.
And you see this so often, league-wide, ending the period with a 3-pointer.
I think in the past, anytime I got into a rhythm and had a big game, the next game I would be like, I don't want to come out.
Greg, this is why they say there's no substitute for experience.
And I agree. And, you know, sometimes guys need to learn to be more selfish at times. You also learn, if it ain't broke, keep going with it. Ride the hot hand.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers, guys.
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Well, no question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Portland. And the basket by Lillard.
Lillard, he just fills out the defense. He doesn't rush it. When they play off of him, he torches him. When they crowd him, he'll pull off the J. When they get too close, he'll drive.
And the wide open shot from Morris. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Morris has got the lead up to 4 now for the Clippers. Lillard finds McCollum. It's stolen by Ibaka. Covington against Morris. There's the double team with Covington. And it's good. 2 points. George has got 13 points.
Nice play by George. This is what size on the wing gives you, the option to pick your spot anywhere on the floor.
Bounce pass from Beverly. Leonard kicks to George. No good from outside.
He's got 9 points on 3-pointers in the first quarter, but still looking for his first 3 of the second.
Here's Covington, and the rejection by Ibaka.
And, well, he's been the NBA's leader in blocks multiple times. Ibaka just has that rare instinct for it.
Morris with the ball. Now Covington defending. Beverly against Lillard. 5 to shoot. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. And here's Morris for 3. Another shot with 1 on the clock, and it's laid in by Ibaka. And now it's an 8-point Los Angeles lead.
Yeah, and the ability to generate points off offensive rebounds, something Ibaka did a lot earlier in his career before he started spending so much time on the perimeter. He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Yeah, and I have too, which is why they're okay with it. I'm sure if he gets that kind of look again, he's going to let it fly again.
McCollum, no good.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's something that happens to every team. You just have to ride it out, play your hardest, and live with the results.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Here's Covington. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Portland again missing. Clippers leading by 14. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And it's Beverly missing. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for Portland. Portland again missing.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat. And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Yeah, sure. I mean, when you take care of the backboard, you can limit teams to 1 shot.
Morris kicks to Beverly. Bangs home the trifecta. And the Clippers lead by 17.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
And here's McCollum for 3. There it is, his second make of the game. He's missed 5.
And in nailing the 3 there, he puts a lid on what's been a huge run by the Clippers.
The pass to Beverly. From deep. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Lillard from deep three-point land. No good there. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. 17 points was their biggest margin. George from deep three-point land. But they recover it. Can't connect from long distance. And here's the break. Powell, no one around him, gets the three-pointer to fall. Powell's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Clippers leading by 11. Now Beverly. Pass to Leonard. Open jump shot off the mark.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. Paul George taking care of business in this one. He ended up with 19 points, 6 rebounds, and 1 steal. And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. It's been one outstanding game from George.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on them from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Oh, man, what a tremendous first half. Okay, obviously he's feeling the flow, and he's looking to keep it going.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So for the Clippers right now, we've got Reggie Jackson. Ivica Zubac is out there with Patrick Patterson. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in at the small forward position.
Now, you know, Anthony's getting more floor time last season. He worked his way into the Blazers rotation. He's still young, though. It seems like he can carve a roll out on his team.
Anthony right side. Pass to Simons. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Los Angeles. Los Angeles leading by 9. Jackson passes to Kennard. Back to Jackson. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Kennard's shot is off.
And Simon's a bit undersized at that 2-guard position. Only.
Oh, that was an impressive throwdown.
Oh, Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown. Batum against Anthony. Batum passes to Zubac. Jackson has the open look. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
That's a big donut, Coach, here. Start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
Jones, no one around him. Off target from three-point range. The Clippers have gone 0-4 from the field in the second half. Yet to find the mark. And Batum kicks to Zubac. Pass to man. Zubac with it. Covered by Hollis Jefferson. Yep, that one goes. And the Clippers lead by 9.
And they get one. Now 1 of 5 here in the third.
Here's Simons. And the 3 off target. For Los Angeles, they've gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Misses the deep three-point attempt. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Hollis Jefferson can't hit.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Releases. No good on that one. And it's Portland the other way. And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Kennard finds Jackson. Down low, Zubac. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Zubac has got his second bucket of the game to go. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And it's Simons missing.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. And the pass to Kennard from past the arc. And Cantor pulls it down.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Jones, no luck. Clippers leading by 9. Batum scanning the floor. The three-pointer off the mark. The Trailblazers have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. And it's Anthony with the jam.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
They needed that, and I love that he just didn't settle for the lay-in.
Kennard for 3. And the Clippers miss again.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
This isn't like him, and he knows it. The best thing they can do is try to get him more easy looks. And look at Cantor rise up. Good anticipation for the big man to go for the alley.
Here's Jackson. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Clippers lead by 7.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And it's Simons missing. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 17 points was their biggest margin. Pass to Kennard. Lets it go with a 3. Off the mark. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Looking good at this point, but wanting more. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. In a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Anthony out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's Derek Jones. Then it's Rondé Hollis Jefferson. And it's Simons in at the 1 spot. That That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers.
Hard work and soft hands. Guys, that's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in. And the basket by Lillard.
Lillard's so focused, even from way outside. He knows he can still make these shots.
Beverly against Lillard. Morris passes to George. From downtown. And no good.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Lillard misses. Clippers leading by 6. Beverly finds Leonard. Clippers moving the ball around. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Lillard from outside. Nurkic, the pass to Lillard. Traps in the tray. Lillard's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for Portland.
And he's on his way to putting up a big three-point total.
Outside, George. And Beverly kicks to Leonard. To the paint, here's Ibaka. Great D that time from Nurkic. Trailblazers trail by 3. And here's McCollum for 3. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
McCollum against George. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. George has got 22 points. Lillard outside. Fires for 3. It's hauled in by George. George has got 8 rebounds in this game. Beverly wide open. Oh, good on the triple.
He hasn't chipped in with many points tonight. It's a good thing he has the guys around him to carry the weight.
Oh, he is just so clutch, saving his best for when the pressure is at its highest.
George finds Beverly. Now here is Ibaka. Out to Morris. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got his 8th rebound here tonight. And it's McCollum in the corner. The Trailblazers rebound. Passes it to Lillard. 6 on the shot clock. It's Powell on the wing. Kept alive. Pass to McCollum to take the lead. Up again. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. And the Trailblazers lead by 2.
This is what you want from Nurkic. A fearless player who welcomes the chance to take important shots.
George dishes to Morris. Back to George for the 3. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Lillard outside. It's McCollum on the wing. Back to Lillard. Over Ibaka. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation.
Last thing they want to be doing right now is giving away possession. I mean, turnovers can kill you in this kind of game.
Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Patrick Beverly. George against McCollum. George with the bucket. George has got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
And there was a time when folks said George wasn't a clutch shooter. Remember? Not anymore, people.
Out to the wing. A shot by Lillard. Wide open. Count it!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
That's why they put the ball in his hand. They know they can count on him to make crucial shots.
And here's George. Morris passes to George. Takes the 3. The shot comes out, and it's Portland the other way. Guys, it's come down here to a very important possession.
No room for error.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Nurkic finds Powell. Here's Lillard. Back to Powell. Puts up a three. And another three for Portland.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is no let up. You know, this is the kind of hard-nosed competitiveness that wins games.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, these days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game, but you can see why after that sequence.
And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. What a Always a big home court advantage here in the Mile High City.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Sure is. Thanks, D.A. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. They've got Paul George, DeMarcus Cousins out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ibaka, and it's Beverly in at the 1. And for the Nuggets, we've got Gordon. Michael Porter's out there with Jamal Murray. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's McGee in at the center. Now here's Murray. Right side, Porter. Offensive rebound, Jokic. Second shot opportunity, and it's in off the backboard.
Boy, a lot of energy and hustle on display from Jokic that time. Never giving up on a possession.
And drafted with the 41st pick back in 2014. How about this, Jokic, the definition of a sleeper pick. He was actually asleep when the Nuggets drafted him.
The story goes on that his brother called him up trying to congratulate him, and Nico hung up in his face. How about that? Didn't hear the news until the next morning. He certainly has a different way of going about things, but there's no denying he's got a lot of game, and it's fun to watch.
Here's George, following the score by Aaron Gordon. Here's Leonard. Cousins trying to free himself up, and it's Leonard. That time on the assist by George.
Yes, and how about the unselfishness? Paul George has no problem sharing the ball.
Murray surveying the D. The tray. The Clippers grab the miss.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
And they pick up 2.
Talk about someone who knows all the angles. Kawhi on the interior.
Pass to Porter.
Who's watching him?
And finished off by Porter.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam, because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
So it's the Clippers now. Denver getting their last shot to go. Just 4 to shoot. George, no good. Nuggets are gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. On the wing, Porter drops one in from the wing.
Porter Jr. has a unique combination of size and skill, and as a result, able to beat defenders in the catch-and-shoot game.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Here's George. Ibaka, great positioning on the putback.
And the ability to generate points off offensive rebounds, something Ibaka did a lot earlier in his career before he started spending so much time on the perimeter.
Now here's Murray. From deep. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor jumper. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day 1 when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch, I agree. Now, here is George. Following the miss by DeMarcus Cousins. Leonard finds George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Nice release on the shot. George has put a lot of work into his mechanics, and I like the way he continues to impress from beyond the arc.
Now here's Murray. Passes to Porter. On the wing, Gordon. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. The Nuggets shooting their first free throw of the contest.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Well, you look at McGee and the career resurgence he's undergone, guys, outstanding. I mean, when he's been in the right situation, he's been very effective.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher.
Well, and that's exactly how the game is played in the paint inside, guys. I mean, if you can play over the top, I think you've got a big advantage.
Here's Batum. Following the basket by Jokic. Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
And when you leave a man open, Batum finds him. Great feel for the game.
We've got 28 seconds left in the first. Wide open look here for Murray. Misses the three. The Clippers trail, and here comes Jackson leading the fast break. Up top, Zubac. And the call up against Jokic. That's his first foul. Morris against Jackson. Here's Dozier.
Solid at guarding both post and perimeter players. That gives them great value. Batum's length really bothersome to shooters.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. The Nuggets on top. They're
selfless. I mean, you need to kill.
Greg, there are areas of Jokic's game where he probably is the best in the world.
I can't think of a center with better floor vision or better passing ability. His positioning, his angles, his ability to use his size to maximize effectiveness, all at an elite level.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Taking a look at the Nuggets. Morris is out there with Will Barton. Then there's Bull. Then there's Paul Millsap. And it's Dozier in at the three. Here's Barton. And Barton throws it down.
And this is where Barton does his eating. Deep inside. Leaping with ease to punch it home.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Now Zubac. Back to Kennard. Pass to Jackson. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. 5 on the clock. Here's Zubac. And that'll be, and here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Kennard against Barton. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Jackson has the open look, and the Clippers miss again.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Good.
And at 7-2, Bull has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. And there's the pass to Kennard. Drills it from outside. Kennard's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Morris outside, kicks it to Barton. Millsap passes to Morris. Over Jackson. Denver gets it back, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Nuggets lead by 1.
Yeah, you know what? I think Barton does a nice job hitting the boards. Would love more of that kind of intensity from him.
Batum against Millsap. Pass to Kennard. And it's Denver with the rebound.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Here's Dozier, covered by Morris. And, folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And, guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Denver's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Outside, Porter. Murray outside. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Murray's got 6 points.
Murray already a capable shooter from deep. I think the more shots he takes like this, the better he'll become at it.
Passes it to Leonard. Three-pointer. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got 3 assists in the game. And here is Murray. He has 6. And it's Murray with the jam.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Ibaka outside. Stolen by McGee. And there's Porter on the assist by McGee. 6 points for him.
A high-level athlete with great run and jump ability. Porter finishes well in transition.
And a deep 3 from... All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. At the end of the period, they were up by 2. And that'll...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Without question, Jamal Murray displaying his skills today.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of.
Setting the floor for the Clippers. We've got Ibaka, Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Cousins in at the 4 spot. Leonard kicks to Ibaka. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they are forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. The difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed. But it's always existed. And the reality is this. You become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
George dishes to Ibaka. Back to George. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. He was all alone on that one.
Timeout.
Leonard's got 10 points.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. Denver making a switch here. Barton is checked in. The Nuggets trail. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. For three, Murray. A three-pointer is right on target. 11 points in the game. As we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
Beverly finds George. Clock at 6. And that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
Man, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Barton outside. It's Jokic top of the key. And it's rebounded by DeMarcus Cousins.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Beverly wide open. Clippers working now with the new shot clock. And he makes that one. Ibaka's got the lead up to 2 now for the Clippers.
And the lean frame of Ibaka taking the punishment but still converting the basket. Toughness.
Murray the pass to Barton. Murray against Beverly. Back to Barton. And Barton throws it down.
Running with purpose. Whenever Barton gets a lane right to the rim, he's going to rise up with power and throw it down.
Outside Leonard. Back to Beverly. He kicks it to Leonard. Outside, George. Ibaka outside. Inside, and stolen by Gordon. Fast break, here we go. And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Here's Murray. Pass to Jokic.
Always having had the size and quickness to be an elite defender, Ibaka has perfected his fundamentals as well.
And no doubt last season was a bit of a step backwards for Aaron Gordon. After that breakout 2019 season, his numbers just didn't hold up.
And, you know, Greg, the issue was his shooting. You know, Gordon had a tough time from distance, especially from three-point range. Some of that is maybe mechanics, but also shot selection a part of it. And I also thought he was a little more passive with the ball, maybe a little more indecisive. But, again, he's a young player, really young player, so I'm thinking it was probably just an off year for him, and he'll bounce back in good fashion.
And Kennard wide open. He shoots. And the Clippers miss again. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Nuggets. And Murray. Here we go.
No answer for Murray from the defense so far. Absolutely ferocious at taking it inside.
It's tipped. Jackson finds Kennard. Up top, Zubac. Back to Kennard. Morris outside. No good with the triple.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Gordon with it. And Batum picks him up defensively. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Knocked loose, and the Clippers have possession. The Clippers have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Jackson gets the bucket. Jackson's got the game tied up here for Los Angeles.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
Every time out, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
Yeah, and I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Morris against Beverly. Morris outside. It's hauled in by Zubats. Zubats has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. This is his 2nd trip to the free throw line.
And his percentage at the line last season, right at the 75% mark.
Both shots good from the stripe. 17 seconds left to play in the 3rd. Morris looking over the floor. Off target at the rim. That will count. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And we just finished the 3rd quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Clippers lead by 2. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. They've got Morris. Ole is out there with Paul Millsap. Then there's Austin Rivers. And it's Dozier in at the 3 slot. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. Here's Rivers. It's hauled in by Zubats.
And, guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
And there's the call on Austin Rivers. That's his first foul. Reggie Jackson's checked in for Patrick Beverly. And it's the Clippers with the ball. The lead is 2. And it's Monte Morris with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Murray against Jackson. Here's Zubats. Jackson trying to break free.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Boy, time to tighten it up on defense. A stop here would be huge.
Murray for 3. They grabbed their own miss.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they?
Yes, they can. They can't allow him to beat them to too many more of those.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really hard.
You know, an area worthy of further development for Murray is keeping his teammates involved.
The pass to Kennard. And it's the Clippers scoring again.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Murray against Beverly. McGee. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Los Angeles.
What a tremendous showing from the three-pointer all through this game.
The number of second chance points they've gotten is also impressive. I mean, they've kept so many possessions alive with offensive rebounds.
George passes to Ibaka. Back to George. A 3 from Leonard. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. And he'll go to the line to shoot 3. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon. Denver calls timeout. Bol, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Mike Malone had some words for his team during the break. He knows this has been a hard-fought game, and he wanted his guys to just sit down and catch their breath. He said, look, we're right in the game, guys. Let's make a little push here. Let's come out with some bite. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
You know, there are differing opinions as to who the best defensive player in the league is, but no matter what, Kawhi is always in the discussion.
Murray outside. Shot clock at 6. It's blocked.
How impressive was that? The little fella, Beverly, extending out for the block. Showed us some nice timing for a guy that's not much taller than 6'2".
George looking around. Beyond the arc. Los Angeles with another miss.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And a wide open look for Porter. And that one goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Porter. .149 left to play in the final quarter. Here's Beverly. Pass to George. For 3. That's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now.
It's really difficult to contain Paul George in these pick-and-roll sets because of his speed. I mean, that's one element that gives him a great advantage. He's really good at making decisions in tight spaces and in these pick-and-roll situations. Jamal Murray proving he's not afraid of the big moment. Big-time shot there.
Outside Leonard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Goes up on the high post. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Denver's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Cole kicks to Gordon. Now here's Murray. From deep. The rebound by Ibaka.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
George dishes to Leonard. Passes it to Ibaka. Back to Leonard. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. And a deep 3 from George. They get it again. And Ibaka kicks to George. Jacks up a 3. Up again. And Leonard stays with it.
And that's the activity on the offensive glass they like to see out of Kawhi. When he's in full hustle mode, they're a much stronger team.
So the Clippers with the win. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for Greg Anthony.